Oh, good news. SCS Christmas event has arrived. Maybe giving myself 600 horsepower for Red Thunder's going to make this much more palatable. Yeah, the Christmas spirit. There's nothing like the wind rushing through your hair, gifts hanging on for dear life behind you with an urgent delivery, making a slight miscalculation and damaging your truck. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. I'm looking forward to today's trip. Seriously? So I travelled to this Walmart, or whatever the heck it's called, depot to collect a cargo. And the foreman just said, no, it's at the other one. So that's where I'm going right now. I'm glad that it's just a short trip up the road, but that's a weird little thing I've not seen happen in ATS. Well, no problem. I will get to test using a manual transmission for just a little bit longer before we have some cargo behind us. So today, as you can see, I am in Red Thunder. That's a long wheelbase Kenworth W900. And I'm using the Zeemods ISX15 engine. This particular engine is the 600 horsepower version because power makes everything good. And I'm using a Eaton-Fuller 13-speed transmission. It's a manual, and it's been a while since I've driven manual. Well, I've spent a lot of time driving autos, it's probably more accurate. So this is going to be another challenge to get used to changing gear and when and how and where I change gear. And the gear I need to use to move off, it's probably going to move off in second quite happily with nothing behind it. And the cruising gears, all that kind of jazz. So yeah, it's going to be an experience. This 13 speed has a 336 rear end. So that is somewhere between the stock 13 speed and the stock 18 speed. Should give me reasonable cruising legs, reasonable mileage and reasonable performance. Although with 600 horsepower under the hood, which is the 2050 foot-pounds of torque version, performance shouldn't be that much of an issue. This is a World of Trucks Christmas delivery trip, so with it being World of Trucks, there is a speed limiter in place of 65 miles an hour. So, it doesn't matter how much power I've got, I'm still not going to be doing 85 miles an hour, unless there's a long downhill stretch, and I don't think we have any of those today. So, let's settle back and listen to this. I enjoy this engine. Listen to this engine as we travel to collect our cargo.
Turn right.
Though I dare say I'm going to have to talk when I hear things like the Jake brake or engine brake or whatever that is. I like the sound of it. So try moving off in second here. Let's see. Yeah, it moves off happily on the idle. Plenty of go there. If anything, you're gonna struggle to change up so quick. Yeah, this thing feels powerful, and that's good.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Right. Well, we're pretty much here. Is it a Wilbert? Yeah, I always get the name confused. This is a right and a left. And of course it's right at the very end of the yard because ATS. Been playing a bit of XCOM 2 recently, and there's a lot of things that happen in XCOM 2 that are, well, XCOM. 99% chance of hitting your target. No, that means you have a chance of missing. And your agents are often stormtroopers. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I may make an XCOM 2 War of the Chosen video at some point. But I'm still getting my butt handed to me by that game. No, that's not entirely true. I'm still enjoying the challenge, let's put that gracefully. Speaking of challenges, I struggle to reverse Red Thunder with advanced coupling turned on. because I can't see behind me very well. I have mirrors, that's great, but I can stick my head out the door. And I know I can stick my head out the door and I've got 6 mirrors, but I'm still going to use the external view because I would like to collect this cargo today and not have everyone waiting until tomorrow morning to see. That might be a little simplistic. Well, it didn't go quite as smoothly as I hoped, but it went smooth enough. Alright, well that's got ourselves £43,500 of Christmas gifts hooked on the back. Let's make like a tree and get out of here. Well, I'm very happy to say that this thing still feels very performant on the road. Lots of acceleration, that's always good to hear. It's a shame we've got traffic lights between here and the highway. There we go. I need to be in the left-hand lane. I'm turning left soon, so... And I bet these lights go to red. Yeah, I'll bring it to a halt.
Go straight.
Okay, downshifting is still not really a strength, but I can work on that. Wheel cam time. I wonder how well I can shift and steer without being in the cockpit. But I think I'll lower the red thunder because who doesn't like a slammed truck? Crank some music on and we're all set. Yeah, actually I'd wave a hand at that point, but regardless. Let's make it look cool for the kiddies. It is Christmas, right? Funny thing is, I'm going to have to add the music after I've made the video, so I have no idea what I'm going to put in here. Maybe it'll be country or western rather than dance music. Hey. Okay, now that we're up in 8 high, let's talk a little bit about this engine, this gearbox, and the power delivery of this truck. So I mean, in a word, it's great, but you'd expect that with that much torque. Now this particular engine produces peak torque in the low 1100s, 11 to 1200 I should say. And that means that from 1100 RPM upwards, you got sufficient, so it would seem, to climb hills. And you can still short shift this, so you can shift up and change up to use slightly fewer revs. But you do notice it struggle under about 1100 RPM. It will happily reach close to 2000 RPM. I think the governor is 2000 RPM in this particular engine. So you've got 900 RPM of lots of go-go. You also have that pretty effective engine brake too. So as I'm cruising along here, you know what, I've lifted off, fantastic. I'm just letting the speed drop a little bit, get back on the power. I can skip gears very happily, even with 43,000 pounds behind me. So what I'm trying to do here is use the higher ratio. Try not to use the splitter, drop it into 5 low for instance, or 8 low, or whatever low, just use the highs. If I'm going up a slight hill and I'm getting back up to cruise, I might split the last couple of gears, might use 7 low, 7 high, 8 low, 8 high. But yeah, I dare say this is not the most efficient way of driving because I am using the power and the speed limit keeps changing and I'm going to follow that. But this is an enjoyable, grunty experience. What's not to like with 600 horsepower under the hood? Yeah, I'm definitely catching up with this bus. Which is surprising, because you'd think it'd have more power and more acceleration than me. tend to have smaller engines than 15 litres. In fact, it's maybe being held up by a truck in front of it, so... Alright, well, I have enough power to get round stuff, it's just if the road lets me. Interesting truck stop here on the left as well. I guess I haven't been there, I'll do that at some point. Yeah. If you're a long time viewer of the channel, you'll know how much I dislike buses. And if you're just joining, I don't like buses in the game. They seem to behave like chumps, which might be because of the simulation and might not be. However, right now I'm in danger of running into him. Oh, dual carriageway. Let's go and... Yeah, so see there, he seemingly thought about staying in the left-hand lane and then decided, oh, no, I'll move over. I've got way more power than these guys. I can just easily scoot round. That works for me. Pity about my speed limiter though, and of course the speed limit's down to 50. So a little bit more engine brake. And busted. Oh, that's my first speeding ticket in a video for a while. Oh well.
Go straight.
As I pull up to these lights though, this is this intersection, this junction, is a good example of how lived in ATS is. So we've got rigs, we've got cars, we've got trailers, we've got lights, we've got buildings in the distance. It looks like some kind of mall on the right. It's lived in. There's another bus. We like buses. It's just dynamic, and I think that's the reason why I enjoy it so much. Had only just worked out. I block shifted 3 gears there, and well, it pulled it off, but I think if I was using the 450 engine it would have really struggled with that. Yeah, I'm not sure who designed this torque curve, but she did a pretty good job of it. Another light, but these are about to go to green, so this is a good chance to show off the chassis torque that SCS built into the last version. That's the way that the truck will lift its wheel when you accelerate hard, thanks to the twisting of the chassis. There's that much torque from the engine and it twists the whole thing, and you can actually see the whole view is tilted a little bit, and that's a pretty cool feature. And it's starting to rain. That's another cool feature. Okay, I guess I better rainify this Kenworth then. What I mean there by rainify is turn on the wipers. We have the new automatic or the rain sensor mode now. That was released a couple of versions ago. And also turn on the headlights, because if you're caught by the police without your headlights on in rain, they'll give you a fine. I've already had one of those fines today. One is enough, thank you very much. This is my exit. I think we're pretty much there. I may not have been paying quite so much attention to the road signs as I should have been, but this feels alright. Well, let's use my engine brake on a wet road. That's bound to trigger some people. And I gotta turn right past the pizza place. Alright. It really helps that this road's just got a green light, so I'm not going to get bumped into here. And yeah, it's just up here on the left. Okay. Well, that was a fairly straightforward trip then, other than the bit of rain. I suppose some thoughts on this engine gearbox combination, this powertrain. Yeah, it's been great. It has delivered the sort of performance I'd hoped from 600 horsepower. It's not struggled with 43,500 pounds behind me.
Keep left.
It probably hasn't been the most efficient of drives, but the road hasn't been conducive in the way I've driven.
Turn left.
And what I mean by that is we've had 55, 60, 65, 75 speed limits, and where I could, I've changed my speed to follow.
Good
The
drive.
more efficient way would have been to just stick at 55. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the where do you need it parking, and that will be a pain, but I'm going to go for it because I promised someone I would do some reversing. I'm going to try and do this without using the external view, although I may just use that hanging out the side of the truck. But this is going to be a challenge. So what I need to do is use this corner to my right, get as deep into there as I can, but still be able to reverse and use a little bit of steering. Look, I've got to do some right hand down to try and get the back of the trailer pointing towards the spot. So we'll pull up here. Let's just stop it, put it in reverse, full right hand down. Of course I can't see the trailer, so I can use this mirror on the right and just, there we go. Okay, and trying to judge the angle I need is going to be a challenge. So yeah, I've not got any windows to the side. I can't see much through the mirrors now. Okay, now that's probably too far, but I also have made the mistake of thinking it before, so we just go ahead and shunt it forward a little bit here. Give it some right hand down lock. Maybe I was left hand down earlier. I get the two confused. Now, yes, I was. Now we do some left hand down. I'm going to try and straighten up, and then eventually, or ultimately, I want to start to correct it, but try and get the distance just right. We're coming in at a very acute angle here. This is going to be a challenge. I really don't see much. Now, I'm close to the building. Am I close enough? Can I see? Just try and zoom in. The rain isn't helping. I think I got a bit of space. Okay, that's actually looking quite respectable. Oh, that's a little close though. Closer than you want to see your kids at prom, right? Okay, let's try this again. So we'll shunt it forwards a little bit more. We'll try and come in a little bit less acute. A little shallower. Let's see. See, I'm kind of struggling again to see the trailer. I'm happy to take it straight back. I think I need to, yeah, okay, get underneath it and angle it round. Wish I could see out the side here like almost every other truck. Okay, that view doesn't help me so much. That's 5. So hanging out the window view, and I still think I'm gonna hit the fence. So a bit of left hand down, straighten the thing up, jump back in the cabin, try the thing again. No, I gotta pull forward again. Gonna be here a while, boys and girls. Is that thunder, or is that manufacturing noise? I'm not sure. Oh well, we're right back where we were, and then I can't see what the behind me is so good. Again. Okay, so left hand down, straighten up a little bit, and then try and judge position using the right mirror. Make sure I don't hit this shed here though. Well, almost. So I'm kind of almost in the spot, but I'm at an angle that I won't be able to correct from. So we've got to pull it forward. Try the thing again. Get close to this shed. Okay. That's looking better. Still not. I mean, it's not as easy, but it's kind of working. Oh great, now my driver's getting tired as well. Okay, so we're doing a blind, but plenty of space in front of me, so I can pull it forward now at least and try and straighten it out. This is a lot easier with the day cab version, especially if you don't have the heated shields on the exhaust. You can see over your shoulder, you can judge the distances around you. Right, I'm a little more confident here. Mirror's still not helping in the rain, but I can kind of see where I'm going, and kind of is good enough, I think. Yeah, I'm not in the spot. Wow. You could put a bus between me and the spot, or call an Uber. I've made it. Okay, well, if I straighten out, and I can pull forward and back it up, so once I've got the thing straight and parallel with the spot, it should be good. Not got much space on the left here, but I think I'm gonna be okay. Yes, I know you're getting tired. Okay. Yeah, I may be able to do this just one more reverse. Surprised I haven't run out my air pressure just yet, but I've been careful with it. Okay. So, back it down. Yeah, that's straight. I'm gonna end up snaking it, but I think I'm gonna do it. Yep, I think so. Just a little further. Yep, straighten up a little bit, and almost. All right, nailed it. You'll have to imagine Dr. Evil's air quotes when I say nailed it. I need a slap of tea. Okay, disconnected. Let's check out how well we did. So, 224 miles, 42.1 gallons. That's just over about 5.25, 5.2, 5.3. That's about what I would expect from how I was driving. And I had fun. I mean, it's a reasonably performant truck. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed this, including my parking maneuver of epic proportions. And if you have enjoyed it, you know exactly what to do. And if you haven't, you also know what to do as well. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate all of your feedback and your support. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.